Welcome back, 4G Nation. 4G Dave here at the Gun Owners of America 2025 Goals event. With me to my right, I'm pleased to introduce Mrs. Kerry Slone. She is the founder of We the Female, and we brought her to the booth here so she can sort of explain to us what she's doing with her foundation.
Guns for Women.
Guns for Women.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
You know, I run a nonprofit organization that the short of it is that we arm the women with education, confidence, and self-defense. Sometimes we have to help women understand that their lives are worth defending before we can teach them how to defend it.
Wow.
And that's the space that I work in. You know, we're all about that entry-level space. You know, most entry-level classes, fundamental classes for firearms is here. We're about here.
Yeah.
You know, because we want to destigmatize those firearms, particularly for women that have had some negative experiences with firearms. Mm-hmm. I'm a domestic violence survivor.
Right.
A lot of
we talked about that last night.
We did talk about it last night. And, you know, and a lot of our ladies, they may not necessarily be abuse survivors or assault survivors or what have you. Maybe grandpa handed them a 357 when they were a kid and it knocked them on their rear.
Right.
You know, these things happen too, which can associate negativity with firearms. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we have to remove that psychological barrier. You know, David, I can teach somebody how to shoot a gun all day long, but if we don't deal with any sort of psychological barrier that's attached to that firearm, they're never going to carry it every day.
Right.
And as you know, what good is a gun sitting at home in a safe if they're not carrying it to be able to protect
Very
themselves?
true, right.
Especially for women who are targeted more disproportionately by strangers for violence.
So, do you have like a website that people can go to learn a little bit more about your organization? I know that you do this as a not-profit, right?
I do.
Not-for-profit.
Correct.
You don't really make any money at doing this.
Correct. I literally, we survive on donations and sponsorships for those individuals that believe in our mission.
Understood.
Last year, we taught over 250 women in 9 different states and gave away over $16,000 in financial aid.
That's incredible.
In addition to the classes that I taught for free or reduced rates. So it is a 100%. I don't get paid. Like I said, it's a ministry for me.
Sure.
I believe God puts us where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there.
That's exactly
right. And I was 100% put in this place to not only arm women, but to also help bring awareness to kind of some of the negativity and things that women deal with in the 2A space.
Yeah.
Because we still get a lot of silly comments that are made to us, and
just
get her a revolver, and because.
Right.
That's never a good idea.
Yeah.
But so we do all of these things to bring that awareness and try to change that culture and destigmatize firearms for women, but do it in a way that removes the financial barrier that a lot of women, particularly single mothers, domestic violence survivors, and elders on fixed incomes that might be widows. Right. We want to make sure that if they want training that and they can't afford it, that we're going to make sure that they can still get it.
So for the 4G Nation, tell us how we can get involved and support you.
Donations are always wonderful.
Right.
We just changed from a C3 to a C4 because people weren't asking for tax deductions, so we can become more politically involved in helping to support candidates that support our mission. That being said, we are a nonprofit. You can go to wethefemale.net. There's a donation spot there. We also have other means, Venmo and all of the places you can donate, and you can also reach out to me directly through info@wethefemale.net. If you want to bring one of our classes to your area and help sponsor that, we're always looking for ranges and other individuals that are willing to work with us in their states and regions. Again, info@wethefemale.net. You can reach out to me, and we can set up a class and bring it. I'd love to come up to New York.
Yeah,
come
we'd
up
love
in
to
your
have
neck
you.
of the woods and
No
come
doubt.
teach up there.
Yeah, we need individuals like you and organizations like you to come to our area. Obviously, I'm from the Finger Lakes, and we are a very blue state. We have a nut job for a governor.
You are not kidding about that.
We really, really need more people like you.
And New York City is sitting in kind of a worse place with that right now.
Don't even get us started on New York City.
So the thing is that one of the things I've become known for is I teach a lot, and what's the joke is, I teach behind enemy lines. I teach in Washington State. I teach in Chicago. I teach in Detroit.
You're all over.
I teach all over, but I teach in a lot of deep blue areas, Northern California. And one of the things I've become known for is helping to kind of flip women that are anti-gun. And I do it by teaching them how these gun laws are negatively impacting their lives.
Education is key.
Well, yes, but you've got to hit women with it a little different, right? There's this huge connotation that being emotional is a negative thing. It's not if you know how to channel that emotion the right way. And with women, once they understand on an emotional and empathetic level how these gun laws negatively impact their ability to protect themselves, more importantly, their children. Right. That's usually what does it is, oh, did you realize that you want to come for a handgun? That's great. You think this law is wonderful?
Right.
This law is going to impede you from protecting your babies. What do you mean? It's usually all it takes.
Yeah.
Now what have you done? Not only have you flipped them on the law, but now you're creating advocates to go out and fight against the laws as well. That's awesome. The secret sauce.
Hey, well, thank you. Well done. Thank you for coming to the booth and talking with us. And I would just ask that the 4G Nation go on wethefemale.net and start following her and support her any way she can. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me on, sir. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day.